What's up, Shelf Addicts? Welcome back to the Shelf Addiction Podcast. Today on Book Chat, we are following tradition with our first show of the year and sharing our 2023 reading goals. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, I am your host, Tamara, and welcome back to the podcast. If you're new here, we're going to feed your shelf addiction with fun book conversations, bookish topics, and more. It's like listening in on your favorite book club. Participate in this discussion by joining the Facebook group Shelf Addiction Official or over on the Book Clubs app. I hope to hear your thoughts on today's show. You can also find me and Casey on Twitter and Instagram. The links for everything I've mentioned are below in the show notes. If you enjoyed today's episode, please support the podcast by sharing it with some book nerd friends or on your favorite social media space. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe before you leave. That will really help me out, and I appreciate you for doing it. The uncut video version of this podcast is available right now over on Patreon. Join us there for exclusive videos, including after shows and more. So if you're interested in that at all, you'll need to come over onto Patreon and sign up. As always with Book Chats, we talk spoilers here, so you've been warned. Without further ado, let's begin. We've got a lot to talk about, so we are going to jump right on into our New Year's show. Joining me is Casey, co-host of so many things here on the podcast. Welcome back, Casey. Yes. Happy 2023.
Happy 2023. I'm so excited to be here. Oh my God. Do you realize we're going on to year 6 of working together?
Oh my gosh. It doesn't even seem that long.
It doesn't.
No.
Like, give it 2 more months. We're not quite at the anniversary yet, but holy shit, we're still going strong.
I'm so happy about that too, because I just feel like because we're friends, it also makes this not feel like so work.
Yeah, no, this is totally us just hanging out and having fun together.
Yes, which is great because I think the podcast has like done double duty. So it's given you guys lots of stuff and it's made us closer. I feel like we're closer.
Absolutely, yeah. Yes.
So yay for the podcast. I love it. So we are going to just go over a little bit about what our goals are for this year. Personally reading, podcast reading, challenge-wise, series-wise, all the things. So yes, we're going to have a good time with it.
All the things.
And if you are not on Patreon, you should definitely come over and sign up because we have a really good after show today. We're talking about some book community drama. So you don't want to miss it. Yes, this week.
That dropped this week.
It's hot off the presses, y'all. Hot. I literally started seeing videos about this maybe 3 days ago. And because we're recording the same week that it goes up, it's still hot. For once, we're not waiting weeks. So it's relevant. So do check that out if you're interested at all. And of course, before we dive in, just to let you know that we are here for you guys and we want to talk about books with you guys. We want to talk about all the things with you, with Facebook, in our Facebook group, Shelf Addiction Official. And if you hate Facebook, I kind of hate it too.
Always. Yeah,
but you can find us also in the Book Clubs app where we are going through week by week discussing with members the current reads in our Discord. So fun times. I'm telling you, we're having a good time talking about this month's read, which we will share with you toward the end. So,
and don't forget, we're also on Discord. I keep forgetting about Discord. I wasn't getting notifications on my phone.
Oh my God, you guys. So we're having this whole conversation. We're talking about stuff happening in the book. And Casey is just like nowhere. Like she didn't even know what was going on.
No idea. No, I went in and I was like, oh shit, I have 18,000 notifications. Why is my phone not blowing up? It was because I had the notification setting wrong, but now I'm getting all the notifications. So
good.
I'm here. I promise.
Because we're having a good conversation. So I'm looking, forward to continuing this in this year. So we're doing it for the fantasy series and for the thriller buddy read. There are different threads for both books. So you don't have to worry about talking about one when you don't want to read that one and vice versa. So we got 2 threads each month for each book. So it's a good time. So join us there and get the link, get access and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
All right, let's kick off 2023 personal reading goals. Have you set any, Casey?
So each year, I have these grandiose ideas that I'm going to read all of these books for fun. I'm going to do all of these things. Actually, I found a reading goal from 2021 that was
Ooh,
like super detailed. Did
yeah.
not finish it at all.
I'm like, that's quite the list I'm seeing on camera.
Yeah,
there.
no, it's quite the list, but didn't finish it. So if you guys, listen to everything back to back, you'll hear me in January, like, explain all my goals. And then I come into December and I'm like, I don't know what my goal was. I just read for fun. So I think this year I'm just going to read for fun and not set an actual goal. Like, I want to keep reading for fun. I want to burn through my to be read pile. I want to catch up on J.R. Ward, which we'll talk about in a second.
But those are kind of like, I guess, soft goals, right?
Yeah, soft goals.
Yeah. So you don't care if you don't meet them, kind of thing.
No, I'm going into this year just no fucks given.
All right, I'm down for that. I get it. I guess always I've had really one goal and one major goal for myself. And I've done a lot of other soft goals. Sometimes I meet them, sometimes I don't. Most times I don't, because I'm a very mood reader. I'm a heavy mood reader.
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely. Yeah. Same.
So I'm like, I read what I feel like I want to read and not what I think I have to read, unless it comes to the podcast. I do follow through, even if it's torture for you guys.
We quit for the first time ever last year. Like, I'm kind of impressed that we quit.
I know, me too. I still can barely believe we did that, to be honest. I'm like, oh my God.
But the book series was so bad. Like, no, thank God we quit. But yeah, no, we're mood readers. We just want to read what we want to read.
Yeah, so the only goal, hard, firm goal I've set for myself is the same one I set every year, and that is a book count on Goodreads. I surpassed my goal last year.
Woo-hoo.
Yay, by about like 10 books. And I had actually increased my goal in quarter 4 because I knew I was reading so much. So I had basically almost read 20 more books than I had planned for last year.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that doesn't happen often. So I was conservative, and on Goodreads, I said I would read 62 books this year. If it's another good reading year, I can easily pass that. Yeah, right.
Fingers crossed
that's the
for
only
you.
hard and fast goal I have set. Everything else is, we'll see. So
we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know what your personal reading goals. Have you set a bunch for yourself, or a few, or none?
And it's okay if it's none. We're taking this energy into 2023 of like, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Let's just survive and be happy.
So one of my soft goals that I set is to utilize my book review journal to its fullest. Because last year I was kind of slacking. I had started making all of these reviews, and now I was like, oh, I'm tired of writing these reviews. So I actually changed how I'm using it this year. So this year,
I'm so excited. It's so pretty.
Thank you. So this year I'm using it more as a guide for discussion. So I'm making notes. So I've been tabbing lately. Since last year, you guys know I've been tabbing. So I'm still doing it. So I've been, marking what the tabs are for whatever book, and then making high level notes. And then, I refer to the book itself. So I'm using this more for keeping track of discussion points for the podcast and for book club.
Ooh.
So I have modified my use of this journal to see if I like it better for 2023.
Yay!
And if that's the case, guess what? I'm going to create another journal.
Do it.
Formatted to the way that I'm using it today.
Make all of the journals this year.
Yes. And, if you just like writing a quick review, then this is still the perfect journal for you. Shameless plug.
Yes.
So,
and it's so pretty. I love my journal.
It is. I love mine too. I love it. And then I put my little silver Ollie clips at the top.
They're so
I love
them.
Yeah, I love it. It's so cute. I love gray. Gray is like my favorite color, if you didn't know.
I love gray too.
Dark gray, light gray, medium gray. Gray goes with pink. Gray goes with turquoise, black. Tiffany blue. Gray goes with black. I love gray and black. I'm always in gray and black. People keep telling me I need to put color in my whatever.
whatever. I wear Actually, I'm wearing gray and black right now. Look, y'all, gray and black.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
So those are, so I love it. All the things. Check it out, y'all. So that's one of my soft goals, is to make sure I fully use my planner and plan for the podcast a little better. Because I feel like last year, I use a Google Doc to keep everything straight. And without that, I really wouldn't know week to week what we're doing. I'm like, Casey, what are we supposed to be doing? And even with that, I'm still asking you, Casey, what are we supposed to be doing? So then I went and got a Hobonichi Weeks, y'all. Have you heard about a Hobonichi Weeks?
I have. Oh my goodness.
So I got one and I'm showing it right now.
Make it happen.
Yes, that's what I put in the front. And so I've been putting little Post-it notes on the recording days and when things have to be posted. So I can be better about realizing visually.
So you're not doing everything the day before or the night before.
Right.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes. And so, and then just using the notes and stuff. So this is really dedicated to the podcast. I'm not going to put anything personal in here.
Good.
Podcast only Hobonichi Weeks. Yay.
Yes.
So so total, I guess I have 3 goals, but 2 of them are kind of soft. I'm not going to grate myself over the coals if I'm not perfect. But
no need to be perfect. Yeah. Perfectionism is boring.
Yes, I agree. Who said you have to be perfect? Nobody. All right, so let's move on. Okay. I do have some podcast goals.
Ooh, do tell.
Okay. Well, they're kind of podcast goals, but they're really Patreon goals.
Ooh.
That will affect the podcast. So, you guys, do y'all hate commercials?
Yes.
I hate commercials.
We want to support, but yes, commercials are annoying.
I hate commercials too. And if I can reach a goal of Patreon supporters, this podcast will be ad-free.
Oh my goodness. You guys.
The audio version, I'm not promising YouTube version, but the audio version will be 100% listener supported, ads free if I meet the goal. This year's
What is the goal?
50 new Patreon subscribers.
That's just 1 a week. We can do that.
50. We need 50 and we'll do the countdown. Every time I get 1 or 2, I will update you guys. When we hit 50, you will know because there won't be one single commercial.
Yay!
Yes. Now, we'll see if we can do it. So I've added some things to the pot to, sweeten it a little bit for you guys. You want to hear what's new?
Yes. Please tell us everything.
Okay. So first up, we just told you we're on Discord, but there is a Patreon role in Discord. And if you are a Patreon subscriber, then you have access to additional rooms that everyone else doesn't. Those rooms include
fancy rooms.
Yes, those rooms include things like we're going to have movie nights. Well, we will watch some of the movies we're going to review here on the podcast. Yes, so you can join us or me, depending on who's available, us or me, and watch it real time and have comments and commentary and the whole 9. And then also, I am starting to do book vlogs again. Book reading vlogs.
Oh my goodness. Flashbacks.
Yes. But what is different is that you guys are getting the full extended version
on Patreon.
There are going to be night and day differences, length differences in the differences between the public release and the Patreon release. It could be 10 or 15 minutes of extra footage on Patreon.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
So you're not holding back for us at all. You're telling us all of your real feelings.
Yes, you get all of the things that I will not say publicly. So that starts this month. I'm going to try my hardest to be a good vlogger. I have to work hard at it because it's not natural to me, but it will be after I do enough of them.
It's going to be awesome.
So that's it. Those are the goals. And if I meet one goal, it affects the podcast and everyone will enjoy no ads.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
And those that support get extra cool things. So I'm looking at adding more things, but those are in the works and I cannot say what they may or may not be yet.
Super secret surprises.
Super secret. So you might get a surprise mid-year if you're on Patreon. Who knows? We'll see.
Yes.
So anyway, that is it for my little goals. I know that was a lot.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks. I was really sitting here over the holiday like, how can I make this better? How can we serve you guys in the audience better? And I'm like listening to podcasts. And I'm like, man, I hate these ads. Skip. I'm like, well, I'm doing this to others. People are doing this to me. I know it. So we're going to try to alleviate that for you. We're going to try our best. As a community, we are going to try. We'll see what happens.
Fingers crossed, everybody. Let's do this. Let's work together. Do this.
Yay. So that is it for that. You guys, oh my gosh, we're 15 minutes in already. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. Commercials.
Remember, we can get rid of these forever.
We can. No more commercial breaks. Can you believe it? No pre-rolls, no post-rolls. Anyway, but they're here for now. So please listen to the commercials. By listening those, you are supporting the podcast. And when we return, we'll be talking about books we're reading this year on the podcast. And maybe one or two other things. I don't know. We'll play it by ear.
We'll figure it out.
Us.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Shelf Addiction merch store. Check out all the bookish t-shirts, notebooks, mugs, and more. Don't miss out on these original designs, perfect for any book nerd. Support the podcast and visit shelfaddiction.com/merch and pick up your next favorite bookish item.
All right, welcome back, guys. Where should we start, Casey? What's up first?
Let's talk about our first fantasy trilogy.
Ooh, yes!
Because I just had it right next to me, so I grabbed it.
Oh, look, I have mine too. Because I've already started because I'm chatting with everyone in Discord.
Yes. So
here it is.
Red Rising
By Pierce Brown.
There are technically 5 books in the series, but we're just going to end at 3 because I'm making a trilogy. Like, who cares about the rest?
I know, because technically, I don't know if you guys know the history, but it was the Red Rising trilogy. It was intended as 3 books. And the 3rd book has a clear, distinct ending. So that is why we are comfortable doing the trilogy. And he does go on, but there is a clear time jump and things have changed. So who cares about that? Read it later if you're addicted, which you might be. But on the podcast, we are just doing the first 3.
Yes. I'm excited. I usually don't read sci-fi, outer space stuff. And I'm excited to start the year off with something new and different and exciting. And you loved this trilogy so much. You've talked about it for the past 6 years.
I love it, and it holds up. Because like I said, I started reading this, and I'm like, I want to just binge it and finish it now.
Good.
But I'm like pacing myself. I want to finish now. But I feel like this first book definitely has dystopia vibes. You know how like the Hunger Games and all of those type movies, those vibes are strong in the first book. So don't be surprised by that. Okay. But this author really grows into his own with book 2. Book 2, this world takes off in an amazing, unexpected way. So while I loved Red Rising, it's even better as you continue on. So
that's
this
amazing.
Is really good
so
writing.
Often, like book 1 will either be mediocre or it'll be the best, and then the rest of the series goes downhill. Which we've seen that happen a few times.
We have, and I stand by my conviction. I think it will hold up because book 1 is holding up for me so far. And the group is having a good time talking about it, breaking down things. We are getting into the nitty gritty of things already.
I love the nitty gritty. That's where I love to live.
Yes, it's awesome. So I'm so excited for this trilogy, and hopefully you guys will join us for this ride. And if you've already read it, then these podcasts are here for you to revisit, remember, enjoy. Yes. So that's what's up first. But what else are we doing in the podcast?
So, do you guys remember how we reread the entire Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs last year? We were banging those out really fast. Reading a book a week. We're going to do that again, except much slower.
Yes.
Because, we don't need to go that fast.
No. And we are not going to read this entire series of what we're about to tell you. No.
And it's too long. Drum roll. We are going to reread the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward. Yay!
Woo! Yes!
There are 20 books in that series, and that is too much. I'm going to try and read. So I quit like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, after book 10. And now there's 10 new books, plus Lassiter's book is coming. And ever since we read the Fallen Angel series, I was like, oh, I should reread all of that. Haven't done it yet. So Tamara and I are going to reread the first 4 books because they were the best books.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of hop around and jump around and read some of the stuff in the middle. Then we will read or reread the last couple of books and then get to Lassiter because everybody loves Lassiter.
Yes, we're kind of having a hodgepodge of things. We're going to call this kind of revisiting BDB. Yes. So for those of you that haven't read it, we're going to do a new spin on our review style for these books exclusively. So like if you're curious about them, you've never read them, but you want to know what they're about because you've heard hype, these are going to be great episodes for you because we're actually going to tell you kind of what happens in the book, not page by page, but like high level.
No, but like a quick summary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that way, when we start our actual discussion, you will have an idea of what we're talking about.
And for those of you who read it like 20 years ago, you'll be like, oh yeah, now I remember what happened. Oh yeah, this book has been out so long.
Yes, because after you've read 19 or 20 books, you forget the beginnings, right? You forget all the little details of how this stuff started. So this is great for both camps.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to do 2 books per episode. We're going to do a couple of episodes. So between 2 and 4 episodes total, total for everything. And then we're going to get into Lassiter because we are super excited for that one.
We are going to be reading live on Tuesdays again, like we were doing with Mercy. So we had a few people join in live, and it was always awesome to see you guys join in. We love you.
Yes.
We want to read with you. We want to work with you. We want to hang out with you. So we will be reading live and talking about what we're reading and then doing the recordings as well.
Yes.
So if you missed the live, you can listen to the episode.
Yes. And the lives remain on the YouTube channel and on Twitch. So if you want to just watch and read later, reading in productivity sprints, you can do that later and then listen to the episode or whatever your choice is. It's there for you. So fun times. I'm excited.
We're here for you. I'm excited too.
Because, I got to be real honest. When we first said this, I was like, oh God. I was kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of scared. but now I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a good time.
Yes. Especially because you're skipping most of the books.
Yes. I have to admit, like, if the thought of doing all of these books makes my brain want to just cut off. There's so many. So
there are so many. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see.
Girl, skip the bad ones.
I'll keep you guys updated.
Just skip the ones that... but you won't know till you start. I guess start and be like, oh, this is a bad one. Skip. And
I know 2 in the first 10 that I will absolutely skip. So, that's 2 right off my plate right away. The other 10 that I've never read before, I might skim them. I might just call you and be like, what's in this book?
That will work.
What do I need to know?
That'll work, because I can skim the synopsis and tell you if it's good or bad.
Yes.
That sounds like a plan.
That sounds
So
like a
then
good
we will be
plan.
all
Yeah.
caught up just in time for the release, which I think, is it April or May?
I think it's April.
Okay.
But guess what else comes out in April? I'm excited for
What
this.
is it?
From the Grave by Kresley Cole is finally being published and it's coming out April 18th. So that's another series I kind of want to reread, reskim, prepare for that
Yes.
ending.
Yeah, I think we should revisit them in some kind of way. I'm not sure if I want to reread all of these books, because if you guys been around for a long time and you listen to those episodes, it took me a while to get into this series. I did like it toward the end of us reading them, because I had felt strongly about Evie and her choices.
I'm team thruple till the day I die. I need all three of them together and alive and happy.
And I don't want Evie to get an easy way out. Her ass has got to pick. She's got to pick. Do you want, what's his name? Jack? Is that Jack? Or do you want
Eric?
Eric. I'm like, pick, girl. Do not get the easy way out. A throuple is an easy way out, and someone dying is an easy way out. So
throuple is easy, but also like the two guys are going to have to work a lot harder together, although they already had some of those bromance moments. But if somebody just dies and that's the end of the relationship, I'm going to be livid.
Okay, look here. I cannot see those two swords crossing in any kind of way.
They don't have to cross. They can be platonic friends.
Or they just passing her around. Today's my day. Today's your day.
Yes, and then they can slowly grow into a romance because, they're going to be alive for thousands of years because the game will never end.
Oh, God.
When you've been together for a couple centuries, you might get bored.
Oh, you might. When you're that old, I'm sure you will get bored and try some things.
Right.
So, yeah. Well, we'll see what Kresley Cole does.
Her assistant, Naomi, has been posting in the groups, and she is teasing us. She's saying Kresley cried. She gets to read the book really soon before it gets published.
She cried. That means somebody died.
Or she's just really happy that it's over. That's what I'm going with.
Oh, it could be tears of joy. Yeah. Like, thank God this thing is over.
Yes.
We've been waiting on this book for years.
We were waiting on it years before we started on the podcast. Then we read it on the podcast, and it's been years since we read it there. And it's been a long time coming. So I'm really excited about that. So and I am excited to put the period at the end of the sentence. I want to close it out. I'm excited for that. Ooh, so we have a lot of stuff going on at the beginning of this quarter. Q1 and 2 are going to be off the chain busy. Oh, hell yeah.
And then add all of that, we just want to let you guys know that rest assured, you guys, this year, we're not reading any long series for our fantasy reads.
We're sticking with duologies and trilogies.
Yeah, we made a point. Like, we've read a lot of long series in the past. Like, even with BDB, we're not reading all of that stuff. We're condensing it, right? So with our fantasy series after the Red Rising trilogy, we will only pick 3 books or 2 books. That is it for the rest of 2023 to see, because there's lots out there.
There are tons.
If you have a recommendation for a trilogy or duology that you think we should read, come into the groups and post and let us know what you're asking for, what you'd like to read with us.
Tell us. We always want book recommendations. Every other month, we're like, what should we read?
What do we do? I know. And we actually have one tentatively planned after Red Rising, but anything could happen. So if we find out about something exciting, we might do that instead. So who knows? We'll see how it goes.
We'll see. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We always do, even if it's like 2 days before we have to decide. We're like, what are we doing? What are we reading?
Yes. We will wait until the last minute, but it's fine. We always make it work.
We do. So yeah, I'm excited for this is going to be an awesome year on the podcast.
Yes.
And if you throw in thriller and mysteries, we've got a lot of variety coming to you this year, which I am super excited about.
We are also going to do some more book talk, made me buy it books for the bookish chats, and some other, movie adaptations or TV show adaptations.
There's a lot coming out this year.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So if you see something, if you want to read something, if TikTok made you buy something and it was excellent, tell us.
Yes.
And then maybe we'll read it.
And we'll tell you what we think about it. Because I really enjoyed those series last year, because the TikTok made me read it ones really had me finding a couple of books I would have never, ever in a million years touched with a 10-foot pole on my own. And some of them were good. So, yeah, I'm down. But sometimes book talk fails. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they fail, but sometimes they don't. And it's fun to see what's out there.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm excited for those as well. I am putting it out there now. This is going to be a good year of reading.
Yes, a good year of reading.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think so. All the things, even personally, when I'm reading off the podcast, I've already started and I've made some really good choices already. I'm like, wow,
Ooh,
this
what
is
are you reading?
Oh my gosh. So I started reading, what is it called? A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. It is a thriller / mystery. I love these. I can't get enough. So this woman, her father turns out to be a serial killer. And when she was a preteen, he got caught. And she has memories of seeing him come out of the back woodsy area of their house, covered in dirt.
Oh, damn.
And all these other things that happened. It's really good so far. So I'm like, So, she's got problems. She's a therapist, but she's popping pills that she's illegally written scripts for her fiance to get.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, she's managing her own mental health through help of some medications. So she's not an entirely unreliable narrator at this point, but I feel like the author is setting her up.
To be. Ooh, I love unreliable narrators.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. I might have to try it.
So I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm about halfway through. So I'll be done in a day or two maybe. So I'm good start to the year.
Yes.
Between that and Red Rising, I'm a happy camper right now.
Yes.
When are you going to start Red Rising, by the way?
Today.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to hear what you think about this, seriously.
Yes. No, I'm really excited to dive into it, because when you love something this much, I usually really enjoy it too. Every once in a while, we're polar opposites, but I have a good feeling about this.
I think so too.
I do.
Yeah, it's I just can't wait, because if you don't like it, I'll be shocked beyond belief if you do not like these books. I'll be like, Casey, I don't know you at all. Who are you?
The last 6 years have been a lie.
Exactly. Oh my God. But we'll see.
We'll see. It'll be fine.
We'll still be book besties regardless. So it's fine. We'll have to have a little sip of Prosecco. I'm enjoying that in the new year before I have to go dry for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just, a little reset. Been partying up and having a good time over the holidays and the new year. So a little reset is in order. So this is my last hurrah.
Hurrah. That's good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have a 2 or 3 week reset, actually. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Be
do
healthy.
My liver a favor. Drink some water. As we do in the new year, everybody runs to the gym.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Screw gyms. I'm sitting on my couch reading good books.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. But I do go to the gym, but I've been going to the gym way, way, way before. So all you newbies in the gym, you're taking up my parking spaces.
Yeah.
Y'all show up for 2 months.
They'll be gone really soon.
Oh, yeah, they'll be gone by Valentine's Day because they've all fallen off of their New Year's goals. And by Valentine's Day, it will be back to normal. So,
yes.
I'm waiting for that. Then I'll be happy again. I literally had to park at the back at the parking lot the other day.
Rude.
Yeah, I'm like, get the hell out of here. I had to walk a long way to get to the gym. That sounds horrible. I had to walk to get to the gym, but
Oh, God.
It
was the free exercise warm-up.
Oh, yes, it definitely was how far I had to walk. And then when I come out, it's super dark outside. I'm like, oh my God.
No. I hope you have pepper spray or a taser or something.
Those things are quote unquote not available in my state. I can't order them on Amazon. I tried, but I found a website. I might be able to get them to send it to me if they don't know the laws.
Send it to me, and then I can just mail you a package,
okay,
with books in it, and maybe there's something hidden inside, but it's books.
Yes, it's books. It's all books.
Shh, guys, it's all books.
But
We're all friends here.
I do have that little stabby thing. You know the stabby thing I'm talking about that looks like a twirly pointer?
Mm-hmm. Is it the one that you push and then it becomes a 10-foot pole?
Oh, no, not that one.
Because I really want that.
It's about I don't know, 8 inches long or something. You can hold it in your hand and just stab someone with it. It's metal. It would hurt.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
I want the one that, condensed, it looks like it's maybe 6 inches.
Okay.
But then you push a button at the end and it pops out into this 10-foot long pole. And you can beat somebody back with it to be like,
oh my gosh.
I want
What's
that.
it called? I need to Google it.
I don't know, but I want one.
Since we're talking weapons, if y'all know what that is, tell us what it is.
Please tell us.
I'm I need the weapons as I'm walking in the dark at 7 p.m. It's dark to the back of the parking lot. But,
Yeah, no, you need to be safe.
Yeah. So that's that. We're gonna get that sorted out and we'll let you know. Yes. Maybe. Or I won't because I don't want to get in trouble. So I won't let you know if I get it sorted.
Be safe.
Yes. All right. Let's see. Was there anything else we intended to talk about today? Was there anything? Am I missing something?
I think we've covered everything.
Okay.
The Lives, J.R. Ward, Red Rising. You mentioned the thrillers and Patreon. Our goals and non-goals for the reading. I think that's it.
I think that's it too. Wow, 40 minutes of goals. Nice.
I mean, we
excited.
did have some tangents about gyms there at the end, but it's okay.
I know. And you know what else I want you guys to tell me? I always want all the feedback. I have a new mic for 2023. Tell me if you like this mic or not. I feel like I sound less squeaky and more broadcaster-y. We'll see if you think so.
I think you sound fabulous, but...
Thank you. I've been trying to play with the settings and stuff so I don't sound so how I think I sound. I think we're always harder on ourselves anyway. Because, actually...
Oh, we definitely are.
Oh, I forgot. Shelf Bites are returning.
Yay!
Shelf Bites are returning. So if you don't know what a shelf bite is, short, succinct, spoiler-free, quick book and audiobook reviews. They are returning to the podcast and they're going to get their own podcast feed as well. So, if you know someone who likes book reviews but doesn't like all the discussion and chit-chat, when I release it, it's coming. And when I release it, everyone will have access to it as well.
Yay!
So it'll be here on Shelf Addiction and on its own feed called Shelf Bites.
Perfect.
I'm excited. Oh, I got too much going on. Typical me. I want to make a long list of stuff to do.
That's usually me every single year. Again, let me show you this very detailed list. And then, halfway through the year, I just forget about it and give up. And this year, I'm just no, I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to be all loosey-goosey.
Oh, gosh. I know. We'll see what happens. Y'all, at the end of this year, I will play back this episode. And we're going to see how much of this actually comes to fruition. But mostly, all of it, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
It's all in the wheelhouse, so...
You got this.
Hopefully.
We got this.
Yeah.
It'll be a good year.
Yeah.
A good reading year.
Absolutely. So you guys come back Let us know what your goals are, like we asked for earlier. We look forward to talking with you in future episodes this year.
Yeah.
We're going to end things there, I think.
It's a good place to end.
Yeah, so it's been fun. We'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Happy reading.
If you enjoyed today's episode and would like to show your support, there are a few things you can do. Head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a positive 5-star review, or like this episode on your favorite podcast player. It seems so simple, but it really helps me out. You can share this podcast with other book nerd friends or on your favorite social media space. You can also join the Shelf Addiction Patreon family. For as little as $2 a month, you will help us produce even more awesome content for your ears. You can also consider joining the Shelf Addiction official Facebook group, where we talk all things bookish and more in a safe space. The Shelf Addiction podcast is a part of the Nerdy Maven Network. You can also reach us via email at info@shelfaddiction.com. Thank you for listening.